Alright, so 4-10 homework. I want to look at rounding quickly. Students usually struggle with this because they don't understand how the numbers are working with one another. So the number line really helps that out. Looking at number 1, it says in the directions to round to the nearest tenth. So the first thing they need to understand place value. What digit is the 10th place? And we know that's the first digit to the right. So on this example, 38 hundredths, and I'm going to rewrite that a little nicer. 38 hundredths, the digit in the 10th place is the 3. So the way I like to think about this on a number line is to start here in the 10th place. So we're going to say that is 3/10. And all the way at the other end of the number line is 4/10. So what would be in between it? What would be right in the center? Well, it would be 35 hundredths. Okay. Now, where would 38 hundredths be on this number line? I try to get the students to think of this. If the center is the 35 hundredth mark, the halfway point between 3/10 and 4/10, or 30 hundredths and 40 hundredths, where would 38 hundredths go? And I hope you're thinking that it would go, well, let's say 35 is here, 36, 37, 38, let's say somewhere around here is 38 hundredths. Okay? Now, looking at that, what is 38 hundredths closer to? The distance is much closer from here to get to the 4/10. And since we're rounding it to the 10th place, we're going to end up rounding up to 4/10. So our answer would be 4/10. Because when we put it on the number line, it is closer to that. And of course we have rules. 5 or more, round up. If it's less than 5, so 4 or less, round down. That's when you look to the second place value. So if we're over here looking at the 10th place, this is a quicker way instead of drawing this number line. Find the 10th place first, and then if we look to the right of it and see that if that's 5 or more, we're going to round this underlined digit up by 1 digit. And that's what you can see here when we go to 4/10. So there's multiple strategies, even more than what I just showed you now, but hopefully that gives an understanding of how to prove that it is going to be rounded up instead of down because it's closer to 4/10. Alright, so we're involving in number 9 some rounding as well as multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit numbers. Looking at number 9, 38 times 92, they want us in the directions. If you're looking at your homework page, this is where it says estimated answer. So this is going to be my estimated. Estimated. So we're going to estimate here. That's why I put is about. So we're going to estimate 38 is closer to 30 or 40. Well, it's closer to 40. It's only 2 ones away. 40 times, looking at 92, it's closer to 92 than 100, so 90. And I'm going to rewrite this a little bit nicer. We know this line's estimating, so now we have 40 times 90 is about, well, what is 40 times 90? That's about, well, if we have 4 tens times 9 tens, it's going to be 36, and 10 times 10, since we're doing tens place, is 100th, so 36 hundredths. Or hundreds, I'm sorry. That's our estimate. Our exact answer shouldn't be 1,000 off from our estimate. It should be a reasonable estimate, so it should only be about 200 off or so at the most. Okay? So to find the exact, you could use several strategies. You could use your box, which I'm going to use. I'm going to say 90 plus 2. I'm going to put that on top. And I'm going to draw a line to show that 2. And then I'm going to do 30 plus 8. And now I'm going to find the area of each one. So 90 and 30, multiplying it to find the area of this rectangle gives me 27. And I'm multiplying 9 tens by 3 tens. So 10 times 10 is 100. So this is going to be 2700. And then in this box below it, I have the length of 90 here. And 8, so 90 times 8, 72, and then that's 0, so 720. Over here, I have 2 by 30. 30 times 2 is 60. And my last box would be 16, because I have a 2 here, and an 8. 2 times 8 gives me 16. So those are my 4 partial products I need to now add. And remember, you do not have to use this strategy, but I do tell students that when you use this strategy, you're 90% of the time going to be correct. The other traditional ways, we make a lot of mistakes. So now we have our partial products. We stack them from the largest number to the smallest, and we add all the partial products to get a final product. So 6, 1, 6 plus 2, 8, 9 tens, 7, 7 is 14, carry our 1 10. We have 3,496. That's our exact. Our exact answer is 3,496. And if we look back to our estimate, hey, we're pretty close, only 104 off. So that is a reasonable estimate, and it now shows us that we probably did everything correctly because we're so close in our estimate and our exact answer. Okay, so continue with this through the rest of your homework side, and remember to do the back side too, labeled remembering. Have a good night.